All right, hi everybody, and good afternoon. My name is Chris Reed, and I'm the marketing director for Preiscoin North American market. So it's my pleasure to welcome everyone here today. And before we get too far, if you don't mind, I'd just love to know where you folks are logging in from. I could see some national flags, but I'd love to know what city and exactly what part of the world you folks are logging in from. I know you've got a couple of guests from the United States, a couple of guests from Poland. Looks like we have a guest from Slovenia. Oh, that's cool. Slovenia, I have some good friends over there. Tomas Barada, famous kickboxer. My background is traditional martial arts, by the way. I'll give you a little bit more background about myself as well, but maybe just as we get going, I'd love to hear from you guys. Just below the video box, you'll see a place where you can type things in. There's a send button. You can type things in. Rick's from Minnesota. Welcome, Rick from Minnesota. Los Angeles. All right, Tyrone. Welcome from Los Angeles. It's much warmer there, I assume, than it is where I'm from. I'm actually broadcasting to you guys from Ottawa, Canada. I'll give you a glimpse out my window right now, and you'll see as the camera adjusts, you'll see what looks like a frozen wasteland out there. It's very cold still. We are covered in snow. I'm from Ottawa, Canada. As I said, it's 2 in the afternoon on a relatively beautiful but cold day. So it's always cool. Hi, Lee. How's it going, man? And welcome, Mateus from Poland. Welcome everyone else from Poland as well. And it's like I say, it's always cool to kind of be on the internet and be able to communicate with people just at a drop of a button. Everybody can kind of tune in and we're all connected, which I think is so cool. It still kind of blows me away. I'm old enough to remember life before the internet. And now it's funny to think of myself as a full-time internet marketer. Like I said, my background was in traditional martial arts. I spent my whole life training. I'm still involved. I had martial arts schools and they were successful, but once I had my family, I realized that I needed to make a change because the school really took a lot of my time, and the life of an internet marketer really was appealing. You know, being able to kind of get up and not have to set up an alarm clock and just kind of wake up when you want to wake up and make more money than most people make in traditional jobs, and also to kind of have time freedom. And that's what a lot of online marketers are in this for. I mean, we can go, we've got a cross-country trip planned for this summer. We're going to spend probably 6 weeks on the road, and all I need to make sure is that occasionally when we stop at different places that I've got Wi-Fi, you know, stop at a gas station, log in, check my email, do a couple of, a little bit of email marketing, and maybe I'll do a webinar from the road somewhere, and it really, really does allow you to be not tied down. So there is a huge appeal to internet marketing. Now, the thing is, a lot of people get into online marketing and they struggle. And there's a number of reasons why they do. And oftentimes it's because they don't have a business plan and they don't have the support they need to and have the tools they need to have success. And they don't always have a product that can kind of deliver them to where they want to get to. And the thing is that, you know, there's a lot of times where you end up jumping in because you like the compensation plan for a particular company, and you think, oh man, that sounds like you can make a lot of money, but the product it's almost secondary. I mean, you might be buying vitamins or something like that, and you know, at the end of the, you know, a couple of months, you've got a shelf full of vitamins, you haven't sold any of them, and you've not made any money, and you're left with a product that doesn't seem to do much for you, other than maybe their health benefits potentially. I'm not 100% sure. There's a lot of products that are a little wishy-washy on that. So what I want to explain to you guys today is two things. Number one, a investment opportunity, as well as an income opportunity. And you're going to see why those two things are separate, because this is a company that I got introduced to back in October of 2014. I don't work for Preiscoin. I'm not an employee of Preiscoin, the company that we're working for. I'm an independent marketer who was brought to Europe in the fall, October of 2014, just to meet with the owners of this company and meet with the executives and listen to the vision and decide whether or not I wanted to take on the North American marketing efforts. And when I wrapped my mind around what the company was, and then the different tools they were going to provide, because that's one thing I wanted to see. I said, okay, good. The company looks solid, but what sort of tools are you going to provide people to make things easier? And they kind of said, well, that's where you come in. And they have a lot of back office tools. But one of the things that we do is obviously we do these webinars. So anybody who decides to get involved with our company, all they ever have to do is mention people to come to these webinars, and I explain it in English. We have somebody else explaining in Polish. We're starting in Spanish. We're starting in French. We've started in German, and I think a few other languages as well. Italian actually as well. So this is a kind of expanding company. We do these webinars so that people don't have to explain this themselves. There's a lot of times when people start off and they don't really know how to explain the opportunity. They don't really know how to explain the investment. They don't really know how to explain the tools that help everybody have success within the company. And so that's what we do. That's what we do. We provide these webinars for everybody around the world, and we explain it all. So I want to get into the information, let everybody know why I was so excited about this opportunity company when I saw it, and some of the very unique selling propositions. We call them USPs, unique selling propositions, things that basically stood out from this opportunity as compared to any other. Now, I'm not going to be shy to admit that right now I've been an online marketer for a number of years. It took me the first 2 years to get going, but the last 3 years I've generated almost $5 million on the internet. I currently do have income streams from several different companies. I'm not going to mention them. I'm not here to promote anything else. But Preiscoin, and I tell anybody in my team, my personal team, stands over and above all of those other companies and all of those other opportunities specifically because of what the product is. And it blew me away when I understood what this was all about. And I thought, the product, holy cow, it's a genius system. So let's get into it. And I'm going to give you a little bit of background about what Preiscoin is and the industry that Preiscoin is involved with. It's a brand new industry, and maybe you have heard of it. And I'm going to give you some background about the industry. So let's get going, guys. And I'm talking a little bit about the industry is digital currencies, cryptocurrencies. And maybe you've heard of Bitcoin. And there's a lot of skepticism about it, which is exactly why the opportunity is the biggest right now. If everybody said, oh yeah, Bitcoin, I love it, or digital currencies, oh yeah, it makes perfect sense to me, those are great. If everybody was of that same mindset, it would be difficult to have the same sort of opportunity that we have now. You're going to see as we go through this presentation that digital currencies are here to stay. You're going to understand a little bit about why there's still some skepticism about it and how that is preventing a massive opportunity for us. So let's talk about the pioneer of the digital currency market. And that pioneer, the very first digital currency introduced, was Bitcoin. In 2008, there was a paper written by a person named Satoshi. And it was actually not even a person, it was a group of people, as it turned out. And they proposed this peer-to-peer currency, a new approach to money. Since there was so much digital transactions going on all over the place, I mean, when you go and buy a car, you know, I buy a $50,000 car. I don't go to the bank and get $50,000 in cash and go to my dealership and give it to them. I don't get $50,000 of gold and give it to them. We've signed some papers and some buttons are pressed and they get money from my bank. Same thing with buying a house, same thing with buying most things. In fact, even if you're buying a pack of gum nowadays, most people are not carrying cash. They're carrying credit cards, especially in North America, where you'll just walk to the cash register and hand your credit card and transactions done and you leave. So most transactions are done with digital currencies, but there's middlemen, right? There's a Visa, MasterCard, PayPal. There's middlemen that are taking percentages of each transaction. And when you do things internationally, it gets even more complicated because we're all paying fees on our conversion. So if I want to send $20 to the United States, my bank's going to charge me. And also the bank's going to charge on the conversion fee. So I'm going to lose a fair bit of money. And it's great for the banks. They love it. But with the internet, there was created a need for a global currency that was a peer-to-peer currency that allowed people to do business the way we used to. I mean, if you were here 100 years ago and I wanted to give you $20 for a product, I just hand you money, me to you. I would just hand it, no middleman. Nobody kind of got in between us and took some of it. The internet has created a need for that type of transaction to be able to take place. And Bitcoin came out with the idea that they were going to create this peer-to-peer currency, which in my view actually is more legitimate than the traditional currencies that are based on notional money. Most of our currencies are based on notional money, which means there's $20, there's a 2 and a 0 printed on a piece of paper, and I give it to you, and you just accept that it's got $20 of value. The paper is worth nothing. Okay, I mean, you can't go to the bank and say, give me the equivalent. I want to switch in my dollars for gold. I mean, it's not based on anything. Okay, the centralized banks can print more money and devalue the money that you have, and they do it all the time. If you have $1,000 cash in your wallet, a year from now, it's going to be worth less because the banks have produced more, and it devalues the currency constantly. So with digital currencies, there's a finite amount, which means there's a limited amount that can be printed. A programmer could explain why. Basically, each strip of currency, each strip of code is encrypted so that if anybody ever said that, hey, we want to print more, every single piece of code around the world between all the millions of people who hold these currencies would have to adjust and evolve and change the code, which is basically impossible. So there's a finite amount. So there's a very big argument that can be made that digital currencies are more legitimate than the traditional currencies that most of us are used to using. Now, it was interesting. In 2008, the idea got introduced, and in 2010, the very first digital currency transaction was completed. In 2010, there was a person who ordered a pizza, and it cost $25, and they said, hey, look, I'm going to pay for this pizza in Bitcoins. And I guess the owner of the pizza company had heard about what Bitcoins were and finally agreed. And they said, okay, $25 instead of $25, how many Bitcoins do I get? And they did the conversion, and it turned out at the time it was worth 10,000 Bitcoins. So in 2010, somebody bought, instead of $25, they got 10,000 Bitcoins. Now here's the thing. This took place. I mean, this isn't fiction. This isn't like something where, this could happen and hey, here's some speculation. No, this actually did happen. And it bothers me because I did hear of Bitcoin in 2010. At the time this slide was printed, one Bitcoin was worth $379.30 US. So 10,000 Bitcoins was worth $3.793 million. In fact, by November of 2013, one Bitcoin was worth $780 US. So wrap your mind around this. Thousands of people all over the world benefited from this, made millions of dollars. In 2010, you could have got 10,000 Bitcoins for $25. Okay, you probably heard of them in 2010. It just, maybe, in passing, or you heard this concept, didn't take much notice of it. That's the boat that I was in. And I'm not putting anybody down. I missed it too. In 2010, 10,000 Bitcoins would have cost you $25. Just 3 years later, you could have sold those 10,000 Bitcoins for $7.8 million. This is not forecast, folks. This is not, hey, there's a great investment. This is coming. No, this already happened. This took place. We all missed it. I missed it. Maybe some of you guys capitalized on it, but I missed it. You could have turned $25 in 2010 into almost $8 million by 2013. And, in 2010, 2011, people were saying, oh, that's not real money. And, oh, it's a fad. And, oh, it's not going to take off. It's not going to last. It's going to be disappearing. Oh, it's not real money. And in fact, there are still people now in 2015 who are saying that sort of thing, saying, oh, digital currencies, oh, it's just a passing fad. Oh, they're not going to last. Oh, it's not real money. Well, that's why there's still an opportunity. All right. Now, Bitcoin, like I say, they've already kind of had their surge and they've leveled off and they're down around $250 or so, and they fluctuate around there, just like a normal investment, whether you buy gold or oil or something. There's fluctuation, probably a lot more fluctuation in Bitcoin than there is in gold, but there's fluctuation within the market. They've already had their surge. However, there are new digital currencies that are being introduced in the marketplace, and many of them have some tremendous advantages over Bitcoin, including the one that I'm going to talk to you about shortly. However, first I want to point out that to the naysayers, people who are saying, oh, well, these digital currencies won't last. Now, there are some very powerful enemies. Make no mistake. I mean, the centralized banks don't really want to give up their monopoly on money, right? They print the money. They own the money. They can just create more of it if they want to. And they kind of like that. They also kind of like the transaction fees. That's a good thing for them. However, on the other side, there's some very powerful corporations who really do like digital currencies, and more of them are starting to accept digital currency as direct payment. Here's a list now, and on that list you'll see Amazon. Now think about that. Why would Amazon like digital currencies? Well, Amazon does billions of dollars, billions, literally every single month in transactions, and for every $1 billion that they generate, that they make in sales, they have to pay $20 million or so to Visa, MasterCard, or some form of middle company, a middleman. $20 million per billion. So in the course of a year, if it was $12 billion, which their revenues are significantly more than, they'd be paying $240 million in transaction fees. That's just evaporated money. The digital currencies allow for that to be replaced. So there's a lot of very significant corporations that are very happy to stop accepting traditional currency. They still do, but they're very happy to see the digital currency market take root. I kind of look at Bitcoin like when movie players first started, like Betamax. If you're old enough my age, you remember when the first home movie players came out. There was Betamax was the first. They created the home movie industry, and then VHS or VCR came out and took over. Just like smartphones. I'm one of few people who still has a BlackBerry, but when smartphones were first introduced, they weren't called smartphones. They were all called BlackBerries because BlackBerry was first, and they basically controlled the market. They were the first one out there, and then when people saw, hey, look, there's a market for these smartphones, other companies stepped up, created superior products, and have basically replaced the originator. The same thing is going to be happening with Bitcoin as other products enter the marketplace. Now, look at what the business visionaries say about digital currencies. If you're not already kind of realizing that they're here to stay, what are people like Bill Gates, Richard Branson, these guys, Elon Musk from Tesla? These people are business visionaries. They're not just billionaires, okay? There are billionaires and there are smart people, but these people see industries before they exist. Bill Gates wrote a book called The Information Superhighway, and that was written before the internet existed. He had it all in his mind. He saw it. And as he explained it to people, most people thought he was crazy. I remember as a teenager hearing about this, going, what? Why would regular people need computers? How is it possible that every house is going to have a computer in it? As if that's possible. And how are they going to be connected? I mean, it's ridiculous. You're not going to be able to use the phone. You remember that internet used to be all over the phone. You're not going to be able to use the phone if you're on the internet. How is it going to be connected all the time? Half the people are going to be connected. Most of the people aren't going to be connected. If you want to make a phone call, you've got to disconnect your internet. If you want to use the internet, you've got to hang up the phone. This is nonsense. It makes no sense. Bill Gates had the vision, though. And the people who understood his vision and invested in the companies that created the internet literally took off and made billions and billions of dollars. Or in most cases, the smaller people, the smaller investors made millions. But there are some significant investors who made billions of dollars because they believed in what Bill Gates was talking about. Richard Branson, same thing. He's created space tourism. I mean, it sounds like science fiction, but we are on the cusp of sending tourists to space. And that's going to be a regular phenomenon within our lifetime. Now, like I say, these people are business visionaries, and they're on record saying that digital currencies are better than traditional currencies, and that they predict that there will be superior digital currencies to Bitcoin. There will be better Bitcoin replacement, Bitcoin alternatives, but these currencies are here to stay, and they're putting their money where their mouth is. Richard Branson will allow you to pay for your Virgin Galactic flight in Bitcoins. Bill Gates will, the company that he founded, Microsoft, they will allow you to purchase their goods and services in Bitcoins. So these people aren't just saying it. They're actually stepping up and becoming involved. When it comes down to success in business, there are the very few percentage of people that are business visionaries, and there are the rest of the smart people who understand that success leaves clues. And if you want to be successful, you've got to take the lead from people who've got a track record of success. So we talked a lot about Bitcoin. We're here to talk about Preiscoin. Now, why is Preiscoin superior? Like I said before, Bitcoin was the originator, just like BlackBerry. And then all of a sudden, a whole bunch of other smartphones came along, the Samsung Galaxy, the iPhone, all of these things came along that were superior and basically replaced it. Betamax was the first home-based movie player, and then all these other products that came along and replaced it. So why is Preiscoin poised to be superior to Bitcoin? Well, let me point out a couple of very, very key points. First and foremost, and this just happened within the last few weeks, Preiscoin was introduced worldwide, introduced in July of 2014. They were introduced in North America. We introduced it in November of 2014. So we're not even a year into this, okay? Now here's the thing. July of 2014, Preiscoin came into existence in the marketplace. 2 weeks ago, right here in Ottawa, Canada, the very first Preiscoin transaction was made. That's already happened. You know, if you were on the webinar 2 months ago, you probably heard me saying that within the not too distant future, there will be companies that start accepting Preiscoins. That is now in the past, 2 weeks ago. Okay, now wrap your mind around that. 7 months after Preiscoin came into existence, the first transaction was made in the world. That took Bitcoin 2 years to do it. Okay, Bitcoin, it was 2 years after they came into existence where the first Bitcoin transaction was done. Preiscoin's done it in 7 months, and let me show you why. Preiscoin has an ace in their sleeve. I'm going to show it to you right here. It's this. This is the ace in Preiscoin's sleeve. This little chip, little USB stick, is what has people like me and people all over the world who understand what this is really excited. It has us very, very excited because what that is, it's a payment system. If you were owning a business and you plug this little stick into your cash register, your terminal where you accept payments, if you plug that in, you are now in a position to accept Preiscoin as direct payment. That's it. No complicated terminals, no big setups. That's it. Now here's the thing. You've heard of PayPal. PayPal was introduced in the year 2000, and when they were first introduced, they had a vision. Their vision was to create a global payment system as well as a global currency. They created the payment system, but they failed on the currency. They weren't able to do it. Bitcoin was introduced, and there's a lot of passionate people about Bitcoin. What they've been able to do is they've created a global currency, but they do not have a global payment system. Okay? The reason why Preiscoin was able to achieve in 7 months what Bitcoin took 2 years, and the reason why there's already 2 businesses in Canada that accept Preiscoin as direct payment, and the reason why there are companies every single day that are applying to be able to accept Preiscoin as direct payment is because of this. They are a global currency with an efficient global payment solution. All you have to do is when you come to the cash register and they say, okay, that'll be $10, and you say, oh, I want to pay for it in Preiscoins. Okay, they hit a button. They'll say, okay, well, that's 10 Preiscoins. It'll spit out a QR code onto a screen. You scan your smartphone against that QR code, press a button, transaction's done, you walk out. As fast as that. That's as fast as it takes. All you have to do with a click of a button, scan a QR code, and your payment is made. Now, Preiscoin and dollars have a market fluctuation. That little system allows it to be updated constantly. So you're always going to be paying the most current market value in Preiscoins. It allows any vendor in the world to quickly start accepting Preiscoins. Like I said, this is starting a bit of a frenzy. When that frenzy starts, it's going to increase and that's already started. As it grows, it's going to increase the demand for Preiscoins. If you understand supply and demand, you understand that supply is fixed in this case. There's only a certain amount of Preiscoins. The demand is going to go up because they're starting to be accepted in other places, and people are going to start to hear about them. People are hearing about this going, wow, this is great, right? And in fact, there was another cool thing that came up during the meeting, and the local media, actually, I should say, came out. We did a press conference when we did our very first Preiscoin transaction, and they said, why is Preiscoin better than Bitcoin? What makes it superior? And the CEO was in town, and he made a very good quote. He said, well, to be fair, we should ask the CEO of Bitcoin the same question and compare our answers. And the media person said, oh, there's a CEO of Bitcoin? And he said, no, there isn't actually. There's no company that backs it up. Bitcoin is kind of a publicly owned thing. There's no real center that's controlling it. There's no real direction. There's no real captain of the ship. Whereas in Preiscoin, there's a digital currency that has a corporate headquarters. It's a Swiss-based currency. Now, Switzerland, of course, they're known for precision. They're known for quality. They're known for accuracy. They're known for their monetary systems, right? Banking. Now, to have a Swiss-based company backing up a currency is a tremendous advantage. And when you look at it, Preiscoin is the only digital currency out there that has that type of backing, which is why they've been able to achieve so much so quickly, which is why they were able to introduce the Preiscoin payment system so quickly, because they realized this is a unique selling proposition. PayPal dreamed of this. They missed out on the currency. Bitcoin dreamed of this. They missed out on the payment processor. Preiscoin has both. And if you look at the track record, what happened? It took Bitcoin 2 years to make their first transaction. 3 years after that, they went from a $25 investment turned into $7.8 million. It took Preiscoin 7 months to do our very first transaction. We have the payment system that Bitcoin dreamed of, and we have the currencies that PayPal dreamed of. We have them both, and that's why more and more people are interested in Preiscoin. Now, that's a massive, massive advantage. That creates a massive investment opportunity. All of us are hearing about Preiscoin before it's mainstream yet. Despite the fact there's already businesses accepting Preiscoin as direct payment, it's only starting to be entering the public consciousness. There still is skepticism about the digital currency. So the investment opportunity is at an all-time high. It's going to start to erode as people become more familiar with digital currencies. As more and more people believe in it and more people realize, oh yeah, they are here to stay. Just like the internet, it wasn't a fad like a lot of people thought it was going to be. It did take off like a lot of people didn't think it would, and it's here to stay. Digital currencies are as well. And those of us who get in on it now, we're the people who have the ability to make the biggest investment potential. Now, again, investors get excited when they can make 10% in a year, and they can make 20% in a year. I'm talking about an industry that already had a winner, that already has a track record of turning $25 into almost $8 million. Wrap your mind around that. $25 became $8 million. Not can be, it already did, okay? We've got a superior product. We've got superior systems. We have a company that's driving this forward, and we have something else. I told you this was an investment opportunity as well as an income opportunity. There is an affiliate program, okay? Now, I mentioned before about the product, okay? If you did any sort of online marketing, like I say, I have numerous income streams that I market. And what got me about this is because if you have a legitimate online opportunity, there's got to be a legitimate product. Whether it's vitamins or anything else, you've got to have a product. Now, here's the product that we're marketing. The product is a subscription. The subscription is a subscription that gives you an online account that generates Preiscoins. So the product is a subscription that generates Preiscoins, and it includes your reseller rights. Now, here's how it works. You pay 25 Swiss francs, which is about the same as $25. In fact, I checked this morning. $25 is 25 Swiss francs is $25.19. So I'm just going to say $25 for the sake of this, even though we've got a lot of Europeans. Just for the sake of this call, I'm going to say $25. So for $25 per month, okay, monthly fee, you pay $25. You get an account that kind of looks like that one in the screenshot there. And your account starts generating you Preiscoins. You see that the 0.5423235 PRS, that actually won't be static. That's a number that always is changing, right? It's always producing. So you're going to watch your account create Preiscoins. You're going to be generating Preiscoins through your Preiscoin account. So for $25, over a 30-day period, you're going to generate 25 Preiscoins, which is yours. Those Preiscoins will be downloaded into your Preiscoin wallet, which you can keep either online, on your home computer, or on your smartphone. Totally up to you where you want to store them. Just download your wallet. You can have it in multiple locations. Download your wallet, and you're going to have them. They're going to be put into your wallet. Every 30 days, you generate 25. At the end of 30 days, you renew your subscription. You pay another $25. And you get 25 more Preiscoins after 30 more days. So your product, and this is the part that really jumped out at me when I was meeting with the company, the product is currency. Okay? The product is a digital currency. I'm not just saying the product is worth money. The product is money. So if you wanted to, although I would strongly recommend against it, if you wanted to, you could take your 25 Preiscoins at the end of the month and just go onto an exchange called Bitflex and switch them back to dollars. It makes no sense to do that. Right now, they're at their all-time low value. It's better off to hold as many, get as many as you can. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking as many as I can get. And when the thing takes off, we're all going to be in a position to make a lot of money. So it makes sense to generate your Preiscoins and hold them right now and wait for that momentum to hit where the value increases. But that's the product. The product is a subscription that generates Preiscoins every single month. And there's an affiliate program attached to that. Remember I said there was a vehicle, there was two things that are pushing this. There are a lot of other digital currencies out there now. Bitcoin kind of paved the way. But most of them, actually none of them have a corporation like a Swiss-based company like Preiscoin does, with a vision and a payment system in place. Advantage number one, and that is a huge advantage. Okay, that's probably advantage number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now here's another tremendous advantage. There's also an affiliate program. I love Preiscoin, don't get me wrong, but there's a reason why I'm here doing this webinar. It's not just for the investment value. It's not just because I want people to be knowing about Preiscoin so the value goes up. There's an income opportunity, an immediate income opportunity, which is why there are marketers all over the world that are getting involved with Preiscoin, because we can do what we do. What we do is we tell people about products and opportunities, and when people hear about them, they join, and we all make money. That's how we earn our day-to-day income, right? So that's another tremendous advantage. There's a powerful affiliate program attached to this, and I say powerful because they really do understand the value of team building. Here's how their affiliate program works, okay? Now, each account generates a commission, okay? As soon as I become a member of Preiscoin, I have a matrix that forms beneath me. It's predetermined, it's preset. It's called a 3x7 forced matrix, which means that there are 3 people on the level directly below me. There can't be 4, 5, or 6. It has to be only 3. The next level, there's 9 spaces. The next level, there's 27. The next level, there's 81. The next level, there's 243. And that goes down 7 levels for a total of 3,279 spaces available below me. So I'm a good marketer. I love this product. I'm going to go out and I'm going to tell people about it. I tell John, I tell Sally, I'll call, the names I always remember, Tom, Dick, and Harry. I tell Tom, I tell Dick, I tell Harry. Those are the first 3 people I talk to. They say this is a no-brainer. They jump on board. They get their subscriptions. They take my first 3 positions. My first line is now full. Now, because I like this and I'm passionate about this and I know how to reach an audience, I'm going to continue marketing this. And I bring in a bunch more people. Well, the first, the second, and the third person I bring in, the next person I bring in, actually it turns out to be Tom, Dick, and Harry were the first 3. The 4th, the 5th, the 6th person I bring in. Well, where do they go? I recruited them, so they should, who cares? It doesn't make a difference to Tom or Dick or Harry. And any other opportunity, it doesn't make a difference. I'm a prominent marketer. I can bring in lots of people. It doesn't make a difference to the people I bring in because it only benefits me. In this company, that's not true. Because my first line's full, those next people I bring in, the 4th, 5th, and 6th, they fall on my second line right below Tom. The 7th, 8th, and 9th person I bring in fall on my second line right below Dick. And the 10th, 11th, and 12th person I bring in fall on my second line right below Harry. So without Tom or Dick or Harry doing any work or doing any sponsoring or telling anyone about this, they now have their first line full because of my work. That's called spillover. In fact, if the person above me likes the system and starts to tell people about it, well, my line's full. The line below me is full. The line below them is full. Well, they're going to go now on that next level, as well as the people that I talk to this about are going to be on that level. And Tom and Dick and Harry, when they talk about this to people, it's going to be on that next level. So we have a very strong push down, force down effect. As prominent marketers get involved with this, this company will constantly build organizations for people who are fortuitous enough to get in at this very early stage. Now, like I say, it could be days, could be weeks, could be months before you see spillover, but the spillover will come from the work of those above you. In order to be qualified, that every single person in your organization, all you need to ever do is personally sponsor 3 members. As long as you have 3 people in your entire organization of 3,279, you are eligible for commission on every single person in your entire organization. 3 people, that's it. And here's the thing, the company provides you tools. The company provides affiliate links. The company provides these webinars in multiple languages for you to bring people to say, hey, come check this out. Somebody's going to explain this to you. I heard about this. I got excited, but I can't explain it. Just come. Here's a link. The company will give you your own personalized link to invite anybody you want to this webinar. You can post it on Facebook. You do what you want. There's also a built-in traffic source to this that this company has. You can actually just do what every other business owner does and invest in advertising, and the company will write the ads, place the ads, and invite the people that the ads produce to this webinar, and we will do the selling process for you, and those people will just be placed into your organization. There's a completely done-for-you component. There's something else that's really cool. You can actually sponsor yourself 3 times. You can take 3 more accounts under your own personal affiliate link. I could sponsor 3 more accounts into my organization, and now suddenly I'm qualified. And don't forget, each of those 3 new accounts also have an organization of 3,279 places beneath them. So a lot of people say, well, okay, I see the screen there. I earn 4% on everybody. So a full organization makes me $3,279 a month, which is great, but I like more money than that. Well, don't forget, you can have 4 positions, 10 positions, 20 positions. You can have multiple subscriptions, and each of them will be able to generate that income. So if you have 10 organizations that are full, you're now looking at an income of $32,790 per month. Okay, not to mention your 10 accounts are producing 25 price coins each, so you're generating price coins at a faster rate, which is also going to be a smart move as well. So there's that two-sided effect. There's the tremendous income potential, as well as a team building effect that's going to motivate people to get involved and stay involved, as well as the tremendous investment potential. Okay, income, investment, and teamwork. That's the key to Preiscoin, as well as a global payment system and the corporation that backs this up. Now, there's some incentives for marketers who can go out and bring in bigger groups. If you're able to bring in 10 people, you get a $100 bonus. 20 people is $200, 30 people is $300. And again, the company really wants teamwork. So what they do is if you bring in 10 people this month, they're going to give you $100. But if you work with those people and help them run the business and show them what they need to do, and they're still active in 6 months, the company's going to pay you that $100 a second time. So you're going to get the bonus a second time if they're still active in 6 months. There's also a team bonus. They give you points for growing a team, not just for your own personal recruits, but for helping your team members grow for your organization. There's going to be a score given, and the top 10 scores every month will be rewarded with a percentage of the company's revenues. Now, there's some people who hear about these bonuses and they think, okay, that's great. If you could bring in 20 people, you get $200. And if you could be in the top 10, you can get more money. But, that doesn't help me because I'm new at this. I'm not really a sophisticated or established internet marketer. Well, yes, it does benefit you. It absolutely does, because don't forget, this company has a forced matrix. And if there are people in your upline, well, they're going to be motivated to go out and promote this. The spillover is going to affect you. When there's people in your downline who see this and go, hey, I'm an established marketer, again, they're going to be motivated to get paid on these extra incentives, and they're going to go out and promote this harder, which benefits you, right? And let's just say another scenario. Let's just say that there was, for whatever reason, nobody above you who were motivated by these things. Nobody below you motivated by these things for some reason. Let's just say. And let's just say, like a lot of companies are suddenly, an announcement that, John Smith just made 1,000 new sales this month, brought in 1,000 new members this month, made a $100,000 bonus. Good for John Smith. He's holding his big check, right? And you think, good for John. But hey, that doesn't affect me. I didn't get the spillover. And just another guy making a ton of money. I'm still struggling. It doesn't affect me. Well, in Preiscoin, it does. Why? Well, because remember what happens with the product, right? The product, when the John Smith goes out and brings 1,000 people in, the awareness of the product has now expanded. There are more people with Preiscoins in their Preiscoin wallets, carrying around on their smartphones. There are more businesses who are going to want to accept Preiscoins as direct payments. It's a unique thing for them. It allows them to save on transaction fees. It's easy. It's new. It's modern. They want to be involved with it. So what's it going to do? It's going to broaden the profile of Preiscoins. And when that happens, what happens? The demand increases. More people want these Preiscoins. More people are hearing about these Preiscoins. More people say, yeah, I want Preiscoins. Where do I get them? Well, I get them on Bitflex. Who's got them for sale? Well, I've got them, but they're not for sale. Well, who's selling them? Not very many people. Man, oh man. But whoever is selling them could pretty much set the price at what they want. Right. And when they set the price at $10 and they sell, the next person is going to put the price at 20. And the next person is going to put the price at 40. And then somebody's going to say, I'm not going to put the price at anything other than $100. And eventually they're going to sell for $100. And they're going to be $200. And then they're going to be $300. And people are going to want them. And then more and more are going to want them because they're going to go, man, last week they were only worth $50. This week they're worth $100. Buy more. People are going to start buying. And all of a sudden they're worth $200. Oh my gosh, guys, they're worth $200. Buy more. They went up from $100. 2 weeks ago they were $50. Buy more. That's what happened with Bitcoins. It's going to happen with Preiscoins. It's going to happen faster. In fact, I would kind of like a couple of years between now and then because I'm trying to accumulate as many price coins as I can get. However, if it happens in 6 months or it happens in a year or it happens in 18 months, I'm going to be in a good position because I'm getting all the price coins I can get my hands on. The more, the better. The thing is, you don't need to have 1 million price coins to benefit from this. We look at what happened with Bitcoin. The same thing is going to happen with Preiscoin. We're on the same path, but we're further ahead. We are in the same industry, but we have more tools. We have the same benefits with tons more, including the company that backed us up, an affiliate program that rewards marketers for exposing this, and a global payment system, which was a dream of Bitcoin and a dream for PayPal. So why would people get involved in this right now? Well, we are at that very early stage of a graph exactly like this one in front of you. This product was introduced just 7 months ago. We've been hovering right around $1 per price coin. That's the value. It's been hovering right around there, and it's going to stay there for the next few months, I'm sure. But as more and more companies start to request the ability to accept price coins, as more and more online companies, offline companies, companies all over the world start to request this, they already have. The company is being very reserved right now. This is a Swiss-based company. They do take their time. They make sure everything's tested out, and they're going to introduce it gradually. But as it gets introduced, it's going to create the demand. And all of us are going to be riding through that plateau phase. We're going to see a blip, and there's going to be a bunch of people who flood the market with price coins and figure, here's a chance, and they're going to get a little bit of money. It's going to bring the price back down, and we're going to ride that out. I'm riding right through that. And eventually, the price is going to start to go up and up and up and up and up and up, and all of us are going to be along for that ride. So I ask you right now to take action, okay? Sending your message, wait please. Okay, Tyrone, that's fine. No price coins and Bitcoins, Rob, aren't connected. Let me just finish up here and then I'm going to answer questions. I'm just going to explain to people how to get a Preiscoin account right now, okay? If you want to get your Preiscoin account, and I strongly urge you to do so, it's $25. I mean, it's a cost of a lunch for one person. I mean, you can't buy lunch for 2 people anymore for $25. And maybe you might find someplace where you can, but you probably can't, you know? When I take my family to Starbucks, my wife and I order a coffee drink and I order 2 hot chocolates for my kids, it's $25, right? I'm leveraging $25 in my family's future far higher than Starbucks purchase will ever leverage it, okay? At the very bottom right-hand corner of the screen, okay, the very bottom right-hand corner of the screen, there's a rectangle, a gray rectangle, okay, with the Preiscoin logo in it at the very bottom right-hand corner of the screen, okay, just down there. Gray rectangle with the PRS logo with a circle. If you click that logo, it's going to open up a screen where you can register for your very first Preiscoin account, okay? That's all anybody has to do. You invite people to the webinar. If you invited them using your link, that button is going to be encoded to you. People who click that link that you invited, when they register, they're going to be put into your organization. All right? I strongly urge you to take action on this. I strongly urge you to divert and put a small amount of your own personal money towards generating your price coins. Look at the affiliate program, but if the affiliate program doesn't interest you, the investment opportunity should. If the affiliate program is something you want to ease your way into, we have all the tools there for you. If the affiliate program does interest you, the tools are sitting there waiting for you right in your account. Bottom right-hand corner of the screen, click the button and take action. Okay, I do see some questions coming in. If you have questions, now's the time to ask them. I'm going to stay logged into the room for the next few minutes and answer any questions that comes in. However, Rob has asked, are price coins and Bitcoins connected? No, they're not connected themselves. Bitcoin is kind of the first peer-to-peer currency that was introduced. Preiscoin is in the same industry, just kind of like Honda and Toyota. They're related in that they're both automobile companies, but they're not interconnected businesses. They're separate businesses, okay? I don't think you could purchase subscriptions from other digital currencies, Lee. I think you have to get those starting account on April 1st. Cool, Tyrone. Jump in, man. Don't miss out. I mean, grab it. If you can get it now, get it now. You have to wait till April 1st and go ahead, but that's good. Thank you for saying that, Mr. RP. I'm not even going to say your last name, but thank you for saying it was a great presentation. I do appreciate that. The affiliate program, Henry, is included. Okay, the affiliate program is included. It's 25 price coins, $25 a month, gets you your 25 price coins as well as the reseller rights. There's no extra fee. There's not an extra fee. It includes the reseller rights. Going back to Lee's question, the answer there is not as far as I know of, Lee. No, you can't get a Bitcoin subscription. Paulo, okay. I'll just say Paulo. Thank you, Paulo, for saying that. That was nice of you. And I'm sorry, I didn't want to insult you by mispronouncing your last name. I always think last names are important. I mean, it's your family's name. It's the history of your family. And to say somebody's last name completely wrong is, in my view, insulting. So I'd rather just not even try. So I'm glad you put your first name up there. Thank you. So Henry, hopefully that answers your question. There's no additional fee for the affiliate program. That needs to be clear. There's so many other companies out there where they say the product is $25 a month. Oh, and the affiliate fee, reseller program is $20 a month more. That's not the case in Preiscoin. It's all in. It's one monthly fee, okay? Could you explain how the wallet works and how do we get the app? Basically, the wallet, when you register for your account, Lee, you're going to have a dashboard. So when you register for your account and log into it for the very first time, the first screen, there's going to be a series of logos there that's going to say, you know, desktop, it's going to have the different operating systems there. Whichever operating system that you want to put your wallet on, you just click that button and it's going to start a download. You finish the download and then you go to your downloads folder, go to your download folders, find the wallet that you just downloaded. It's called QT, I think it is. Click it and then press install and just wait for it to install on your device. Once it's installed, you click the receive button. You're going to see a little strip of code in there, an address. You take that address, you plug it into your Preiscoin account, and your wallet is now hooked up to your account. At the end of every 30 days, your Preiscoins will be put into there. So that's basically how that works. Can you revise the information on how many times can open an account? You can open as many accounts as you want. That's the thing, Paulo. You can have, if you want one subscription, you can sign up for one subscription. During the sign up, you can sign up for 4 and you can sign up for 10 at the same time. Okay, so you can take more right off the bat. And so instead of generating 25 Preiscoins a month from one account, you'll be generating 100 from 4 accounts, or you'll be generating 250 from 10 accounts. You could do that on sign up. Or you can sign up with one subscription, okay? After that, you can take your own personal affiliate link, open it in another browser, and register for another account. That's going to be attributed to you. So you just have to change your email address. You can just use your regular email address and put a 1. Like it would be paulo@gmail.com. It would be paulo1@gmail.com. So you just have to modify your email address slightly, and you'll be able to register for a second account. If you want to register for another account, you can do the same thing. Just take your affiliate link, open it in another browser, fill out the registration form, put a slightly different email address in there. Boom, you've got another account. You could have as many as you want, okay? This is in the United States, Harvey. This is worldwide, actually. This company now is available worldwide. We just introduced it in the North American market, but this company is available virtually anywhere in the world other than places like North Korea, Cuba, and I'm not sure about China if it's completely available there yet. Is it available in Pakistan? I'm not sure if, I believe so. I would go ahead and try to do it. If it's available, it should be available in Pakistan. There's nothing stopping it. If you can go through and register, absolutely. This is all done online. There's no physical shipping or anything like that. So it should be available in Pakistan, no problem. Okay. The webinars are every Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. Eastern. We do 2 on Wednesdays. Okay, Tyrone? Okay, thanks, you're welcome. Is it available for Pakistan? Yes. I was speaking about the app wallet that we get for our cell phone to use in place of a debit or credit card. I think, Lee, I believe it's the same thing. You just download the wallet and you select your smartphone. That's about it. Now, in terms of how exactly to do that, I didn't put my wallet on my smartphone yet. I have my wallet stored in a very secure computer that's, you know, that I don't let anybody play with. I don't carry it on my smartphone yet, but I believe it's just a matter of selecting the smartphone feature and the operating system and putting it on the Android. I think if you have an Android phone, just click Android and download it to your smartphone like that. That's as much information as I can confidently give you. However, I can find out a little bit more about that, or else you can send an email to me. I think you have my email address, Lee. Send me a note, and I'll get a hold of the guys in Preiscoin and get a better description of exactly what to do on that, just to make sure. You can play with it. You can probably click the Android button or whichever smartphone you have and see if you can just kind of figure it out, play with it. If not, then like I said, send me an email and I'll send a note to the guys over at Preiscoin and see if we can get a more complete instruction on how to do that. Okay. Henry, the monthly fee is paid by credit card. You just sign up with your credit card. Here's a cool thing though, and you have to be aware of this. This company does not just bill your credit card every month. Every month, we have the right to decide, yes, I want to continue, or no, I don't. So every month, you have to renew your subscription. It takes, it's just a credit card purchase. You have to do that every month. They're not going to keep billing your credit card. So there's not going to be anybody going, oh, I forgot about it. I didn't want to keep generating them. And, I wish I had remembered. There's nothing like that. Every month, you make a decision. I want to continue. I don't want to continue. So it's a credit card payment every month. Okay. Yeah, that Android works perfect. Okay, that's what I thought, Paulo. I wasn't sure about it. Like I say, I don't have all of the stuff in front of me, so I can't go through the procedures, and I haven't personally done it myself, although I have seen other people who have, and it was a fairly quick process for them. Okay. So hopefully that answers all the questions, folks. If there are any others, go ahead and put them in there. And going back to the Pakistan issue, like I said, there should be nothing that stops it unless somehow your country has monitor the internet connections and forbid the payments, but the payments should go through without a problem. Okay. All right, folks. So again, thank you very much for your time. I look forward to taking this adventure with you. Keep in mind the webinars are every Wednesday. If you did register today, you can bring guests to the 9 p.m. webinar tonight. In your profile, in your account, you're going to see on the left menu bar, there's a spot called affiliate links. When you click on that affiliate link, you're going to see one of the options is webinar, Wednesday at 2 p.m. and 9 p.m., right? You take that link and you tell people, hey, come to the webinar with me tonight. I just saw this incredible opportunity, and email them or message them or text them that link, and that link will bring them to this webinar that I'll be back here doing at 9 p.m. tonight, going over the exact same information I just provided for you. And if they choose to take action at the end, when I invite them to take action, they're going to be attributed to you, and it's as easy as that. So ladies and gentlemen, I sincerely thank you for your time. I look forward to working for you tonight at 9 p.m., next week at 2 and 9, and all the weeks after that. We're going to enjoy this journey together, and we're going to make a lot